Oh, I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Philosophy is a walk on a slippery rock. Religion is a smile on a dog. I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Do you shove me in the shallow water before I get too deep? Shove me in the shallow waters before I get too deep. What I am is what I am. You what you are, oh what? What I am is what I am. Are you what you are, oh what? Oh, I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. Oh, hey, that's kind of far off. Hey, it looks like we might be live on the late edition of the Just Add show. And I do believe I have my comment screen up here. I'm going to try to pull it a little closer just because I don't have my glasses on, darling. I don't have my glasses on. So let me pull this baby on over. Let's see what you got to give. Let's see. All right, I'm looking on my screen. It's just me and you tonight, guys. So I'm going to pull it closer so I can see who is up. And looks like just a few people realize, Rich Armstrong is watching. How do you know that? How do you see that? Over on the Insta? Oh, my gosh. Rich. When are you coming back? When are we doing another show? Like a Saturday afternoon. Dre Dog is watching. Hey. All right, you guys. I think it's time to start this show. It's just little old me and Steph. Our queen is watching on the Facebook. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with me. I want to say that it is personal close times tonight. It's story hour on the Just Add Heather show, where we're going to just unpack a little bit of that childhood story tonight. Because why not? In this hour of gratitude, as we're thinking about all the things that we're grateful for. I'm grateful for this recipe that I'm bringing to you, among many other things. This recipe is a special one. So when I see that we're all on board, we're going to get started on this one. It looks like we're almost ready. Are we almost ready? Because my oven's hot and my nuts are chopped. Okay, and it seems like, yeah, we got a couple people over here. I have 0 comments so far. Oh, no. I see Steph, I love you, baby. You and you keep me feeling alive. And I can't wait till the next time you come on the show and light it on fire. Light it on fire, queen. Now, I want to say, let's get started. This is where I would have my drum roll. And it feels so weird without Aaron, my co-host, my partner in spreading the love. But it's just me tonight. So I want to say welcome to the Just Add Heather show. Ta-da! I know, it's so, it's just quiet. It's quiet without my dear co-host, Mr. Aaron Kerbel. And I'm looking on the screen to see, is Kerbel signing on? He had a gig today and isn't able to join us here tonight. So I'm just coming to you live on the late night edition, since it's just me in my kitchen, bringing you the original recipe from the beginning, from my childhood and on, as the first recipe that I produced and that I've been sharing for, let's see, I guess 25 years of producing this every holiday season and sending out about 10 jars, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you, and I should have put this on tonight on the story, I should have said, for those of you out there who have a story about this granola, please drop it in the comments section, because many people have a story about this granola out there, and I know you know what I'm talking about, because this is not any regular kind of granola. This is not to be had with milk, and it is really, truly just the seed bar caramel crack in a jar is what it really is. And I'm going to show you really briefly this recipe that I've coveted for years. I'm just looking to see if anybody's popping on with comments about this recipe, of those of you who have been gifted one of these jars. I want to go ahead and let everybody know that I'm going to send these jars out to whoever decides to order one. Yes, indeed. Not only are we making them tonight, but we are also going to potentially, sell them? Maybe we should sell them. Because times are tough, and many of us are unemployed, and I thought, why not just make these jars and make them available through Just Add Heather and ship them out and share them with anybody who wants to have one of these original Humboldt Heather jars, which is where the name came from, in case any of you are wondering how I became Humboldt Heather. Okay, so I just don't see very many people watching, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay, so this right here is my recipe. I do believe I wrote this down in this notebook back when we used to write things in notebooks. There's other things in this notebook, so many things in this notebook. I wrote it in this notebook probably in my early 20s. I'm going to say, somewhere between 23 and 25 when I started producing this recipe in New York City, and I lived in New York City in the 90s. And started making this recipe in a commercial kitchen for the first time with a dear friend of mine, Donna Cipolla, and delivering it. And it became a thing. It's really become a thing. And Sunny Van Hetren is joining us over here on the Just Add Heather. Hello, Sunny. Have you ever had this granola? Do you remember this granola? Wondering if you ever had this granola. This is really the thing that sparked the whole Humboldt Heather idea. And she helped me. Oh my God, did you help me in the kitchen? Okay, so 20 years is a while. You helped me make this at one point. Did you help me in New York make it, or did you help me somewhere else? You helped me in New York. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's really important. So you know that this recipe is the roots, absolutely the roots and the core of everything for me. The thing that motivated me to become a baker, to go to pastry school, it really goes back to this recipe, because this is something that you cannot buy, nobody makes, and it just doesn't exist. I've tried every granola. Every time I see a new granola, I buy it, and it sucks. It really sucks compared to this. So let's just get into it, guys. I'm ready for everybody to make this. I don't keep my recipes a secret, because the recipe is to be shared with everyone. And we're in a time here in history when everybody has to cook and everybody has to make things. So you know what? Make this. I make it. Okay. So it starts out, ladies and gentlemen, dun, 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 with, I'm going to say, rolled oats, but Bobby Bob's. Tonight we're using Bob's Red Mill. And I'm going to do some shameless promotion here where I say, yes, hello, Bob. Working with one of your products again tonight. And it feels so good to be able to let everyone know about the integrity of your oats, Bob. And the difference between your oats and the old Quaker fella. Bob, there's such a difference. I mean, they're just so thick. And you know what I like, baby. So, 8 cups of oats, ladies and gentlemen. This recipe will make 8 to 9 32-ounce mason jars. Must be stored in mason jars, mason ball jars. I know there's a shortage of those right now because I tried to get some today, and there isn't any for sale. So, we had to liberate some of our jars, and I realized I don't even have a measuring cup here. Where is a measuring cup? Good golly. Of all the things, we need a measuring cup. And, okay, magical. Oh, good gracious. There we go. Okay. It's helpful to have, listen to the sound of that fancy dishwasher. Sexy dishwasher. Thank you very much. It's still beeping. Okay, we're done? It's not beeping. All right, we're starting the recipe, ladies and gentlemen, for your late night edition of Some Granola Times. And if you can send me some requests, I'm just looking at my screen here and I'm like, oh my gosh, who's watching? We're going on so late. So late that only in Hawaii can they watch us. I'm thinking about Kenzo. Like, what are my song requests? I think I let Ken know. Thinking about Survey. She might already be asleep. 2, 3. I know I want to say that, babe, but if I start to tell people to like and share it, like nobody's watching, so it's like, who am I telling? 3, 4, and 5, 6. Are you counting along? 7, and 8 cups. And we'll just do a little bit for extra. 8 cups of oats. Bobby Bob's extra thick, gluten-free oats. Thank you very much. And those happen to be on sale, so I was like, yes. All right, so the next ingredient, is very important, ladies and gentlemen, and I had to search through 3 different stores to try to find raw wheat germ, which happens to be hard to find at the moment. I can't imagine why, but wheat germ. So this recipe calls for 2 cups of wheat germ. Oh my God, but we found it, let's just say, at Diablo Foods, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. I'm sorry, but Whole Foods in the 365 universe. In Jeff Bezos' land, there is no wheat germ. It's sold out, babe. They're changing the shelves. It's going to be 365 everything, and they have no wheat germ. So we found the old school wheat germ. I mean, this is really old school. I can't even say it, but I remember this from my childhood. And it's toasted. Ideally, it's good to get toasted. It's good to get toasted. I'm going to say that a few times. But you want to use a raw version of wheat germ because we're going to toast this thing. However, we could only find toasted. We're using it. Okay, so then 2 cups of wheat germ. This is where your flavor is. This is the absolute essential part of this recipe. This is where the flavor is. Flavor. However, if you put the 2 full cups after making this over thousands and thousands of times. I've been making it for 20 years. It needs a little bit less than 2 cups because it will be really hard to stick it all together, and it makes it kind of a little bit grainy. Or not grainy, just loose. And we don't want it loose, do we, darling? And so we're just going to put about 1.5 cups of the wheat germ. And I should have sent a message out to everyone to say, like, hey, we're going late tonight so that I could get some late night viewers. However, I just realized that it's just about being here and being present and sharing what I have. I really want more people watching, but I also want to just do the recipe. Let's see. Comments don't come up on this. And it's just, I have Steph. Thank you, Steph. If you guys like it, takes a lot of work, but you just press that like button and then you just press the share button and then it's like whoop, and then you lived an Oprah moment, where you helped a family. So I called it an Oprah moment because this is incredible that we created this show out of nothing in our kitchen, and we're at our 36th episode 36. We're working on just about 9 months of every single Sunday minus 1. So we're documenting our experience here in this time during this pandemic as a family, as a performer, as a mom who's unemployed. And I'm just here bringing back the good old-fashioned Humboldt Heather Granola for you. So, I am always encouraging people, but I know it's super obnoxious. Like and share. Like and share. If you care for me, like and share. Now, we're going to do 2 cups of seedy goodness. 2 cups of sunflower seeds. Yes, you need the sunflower seeds. Do not make this without sunflower seeds. Ooh, I'm just about shy of a little bit of sunflower seed. I think I have some more. Do not skip on the sunflower seed. It's essential. And in the process of trying to get this all together for you, we miss a few things, but these are good. It's interesting in sunflower seeds. Some are larger, some are smaller. I don't know. 2 cups of sunflower seeds. Let's just step it up, baby. Oh, Erica's finally here. Thank you, darling, for joining us. We're doing 2 cups. You're going to get one of these jars. Like, you're one of the few people that are going to get one of these jars. So I'm touching your granola right now. 2 cups of sesame seeds. This gives it all the flavor. It also makes it very seedy. So you need a lot to bring it together. And you decide how you like it, how seedy you like it. How seedy do you like it? Okay, so we have 2 cups sunflower seeds, 2 cups sesame seeds, 2 cup wheat germ, 8 cups oats. Are you following along now? Now, after that, we need 2 cups of sugar. And of course, there's many kinds of sugar you can use. And when this recipe was written, it was brown sugar, which was the healthiest thing out there. And brown sugar was like so healthy back then. But that was before we've discovered, thank you to the globalization and getting food from other countries. The one and only, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Kerbal. The coconut palm sugar, the low glycemic, the extra delicious brown and delicious sugar that's a little bit healthier for your body. And so we're just going to do it. We don't skimp on flavor. We just try to find the healthiest way to get the best outcome. Can I say that again? Healthiest way to get the best outcome. I feel like I should put it in song. All right, so we're going to do 2 cups of coconut sugar. Heaping cups of coconut sugar. Thank you very much. Because it is sweet, but it's not as sweet. So I just put a little extra. Because I believe in a little extra. I really do, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Now that we've got the sugar and the seeds and the wheat germ, you ask, what could be next? And I look at my recipe as if I need to. And it's my nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Nuts. Oh, thank you. Oh, another New Yorker is joining us over here. I wonder if Gerben, did you ever get some of this granola? I really started making it right around the time in the mid-90s. I don't know if you ever got some of this granola, but I'm happy to send you some. There just isn't anything like it. It just doesn't exist. And so we're getting back to the recipe. If you are watching, we've done 8 cups of oats, 2 cups of seeds, 2 cups of sunflower seeds, 2 cups of wheat germ, and 2 cups of coconut sugar. And what comes after that, you say? Well, it's the nuts. And you can use any kind of nuts, but I really prefer cashew and almond, and I've chopped them. Not toasted, they're raw. Raw cashew and almond, that's 2 cups, but I like to put a little bit more because it depends on how many nuts you like in your granola. Now, people used to wait every year for this in the mail, and it was a true testimony to who was my deepest friend, who would get the jar of granola. It was really a thing. And some of my friends from the East Coast that used to get this every year, I'm thinking about you this year, and I really want to send it to you. This recipe has so much love. It really is the roots of everything for me. But you mustn't forget, once we put the nuts and the seeds and the oats and the sugar, the important things, which is the salt, ladies and gentlemen. And this also has a ton of salt in it because you gotta use it. Don't abuse it, use it. And this old recipe, if I can read it right, and this old recipe says 3 teaspoons of salt. I mean, it's just weathered, it's just weathered like me. 3 teaspoons of salt, and you can use kosher salt. I'm using a little sea salt, but kosher salt is best. 2 and 3. Count that. 1, 2, and 3. Now that we've got the salt, that seems like so much, I know, but it's really important. 3 teaspoons of salt. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Stir it up, and I'm going to put my hands in here. We're going to get sticky because you really have to put your hands in it. You got to touch it. You're going to have to. So we got the salt, and as it's in here just tossing around, I've actually done this. This bowl, I can't remember how I got this bowl. It's all about a big bowl. I love myself a big bowl. How about you? Anyway, this big bowl I've used for granola for years now. I'm looking at it. I'm like, hi. Every time I make this recipe, I think back on so many memories of this recipe. And I have my jars out here ready to go. And they have names on them, by the way, because some of these are already pre-ordered. And I'm making one each for the band. And the big one, of course, the big one over there is for my dad, who waits for this every year, Mr. Dale Domhoff. And, of course, Mom, you're going to get one this year. I know you're so upset. This is your recipe, and I've been making it forever, and you're going to get one. Okay. So then we need to have 3 tablespoons of vanilla. I looked through all my doodles. There's a lot of doodles on this recipe. It's cute. 3 tablespoons of vanilla. So, guys, I'm looking for song requests here because I'm just solo. I'm just a cappella here. And I'm not getting any requests. I feel like, here's 2 and 3. It might be too late for Survey. Survey might be asleep. I know she wants Depeche Mode. Of course she wants Depeche Mode. I'm going to have to learn some more Depeche Mode songs for Survey. I only know a couple, and I feel like I can touch on all of them, but I really need to get some more Depeche Mode songs for Survey. And then she'd be anxiously awaiting it every weekend. All right, so the vanilla is going to just sit in there and get delicious and kind of marinate with everything as we toss it around. And it just looks like I was supposed to go live at 5, so I'm thinking maybe I miss Kippy. I don't know. He might be asleep by now. I hope not. Just look for Kippy. I don't know. And I don't have a lot of comments on here. It's not exactly. And any requests. Okay, thank you. So I had a couple of songs in mind for tonight. But I'm open to any songs, you guys, because my mind is all over the place as we're, kind of cozying into being back home all the time again. As all of these restrictions and things are back in place. My mind is everywhere. So I'm looking to you. What would you like me to sing tonight? Now, I'm still waiting for requests. I wonder if anybody's awake. We've put in everything but the honey and the oil. Now, I want to give a big up to my number 1 favorite company for raw extra virgin coconut oil. I'm going to step back and forward. Aaron Kerbal is on the Instagram. Oh my gosh. He's not on the Facebook. Where are you? You're on the Instagram. You're not on the Facebook. You're not on the Facebook. Oh my God, Kerbal. It's so quiet here without you. I'm missing you terribly. But I want to let you know that one of these jars has your name on it. So you're going to get one of these jars in delivery before Thanksgiving because I'm making this with all the love in my heart. So absolutely, the first jar is going to you. And I wish you were here to smell this as it's baking. And I'm taking forever to put it on, and you're like, it's the middle of the night. Okay, so 1 cup of extra virgin coconut oil by my favorite company, Nutiva. I don't know if you guys can see this. Somebody requested Elvis. Really? Can you tell me who requested that? That's very interesting. I love it. Can you tell me? You know Graham's running around with that whiteboard back there. He's got it. Oh, Erica. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to put my fingers in this and put the honey in, and then I'm going to be like really hands-on here in a minute. But for your Elvis, I love that she did it. She did it to me. Okay, and she's on the Instagram too, right? Well, since my baby left me, I find a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street, that's Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonesome, I could die. Wait, was it? Well, the bellhop tears keep flowing, and the desk clerk's dressed in black. It's been so long down Lonely Street, I ain't never coming back. Well, I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonesome, I could die. I mean, I could think of a lot of Elvis tunes, actually. That was just the first one that came to mind. Thank you, Erica. Because I am a radio. I'm your radio. And I'm just here for you, all of you. I belong to you. So whatever you need from me, I'm here. And in fact, I'm sharing with you my most coveted recipe. So for whoever decided to hang out for a whole 5 minutes, you're missing the recipe. You're just getting a tiny. It's fine. So we got the oil in here. We got the nuts, the seeds, the oats, the goods, the vanilla, the salt. And now's when we get to the good part. We're going to put the honey in. And it's good to have a raw and unfiltered honey. I know I need to bring it up so I can bring it down and up and down. God, I wish we would have picked out some music tonight that we could dance to. I don't think we would have a copyright issue as long as I didn't sing it. We could just dance to it, right? Maybe you could play me some dancing tunes. Anybody requesting dancing tunes? I'm ready. We could play it on grams. Oh, no, we can't play it on grams. So 1 cup of honey, and this is what's going to bring it together. This is what's going to make it clumpy, and you want clumpy, not seedy. I want to say in advance that because we have wheat germ in here and we have sunflower seeds and sesame seeds, this can become very, loose and grainy. We want clumpy. I'm going to show you how to clump. It's all about clumping. And there's a way to clump. And that's the science of this recipe. It's called clumping. And tossing, roasting. I don't know. All of this is getting a little bit too much. Good thing it's a late show. And cheers to all of you who happen to be up tonight, scrolling through your phone and looking for something. If this is your first time joining us here on the Just Add Heather show, I want to let you know what this show is about and what we're doing here. If perhaps you haven't seen the show before. I'm going to pour my honey, though, while I'm doing that. Is that okay? Is that okay with you guys? It's all right? Let me see. Oh, I have a whole 1 person watching. This is fantastic. Right. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about the story of the show, the purpose of the show. What was I talking about, babe? Do you remember? Those 2 things? Okay. Yeah, I've been sitting on sharing this recipe for a long time. It's funny, recently a friend of mine was like, I don't want to share my most special recipes. Why not? I mean, it's not like you're making money off of them, right? And the recipe is about love, and the recipe is about community. And one thing that we all have to do here during this time is we all have to cook, and we all have to figure out ways to do self-preservation. And I have felt like cooking food that is nutritious, cooking food that is from your heart, is a way to show love for yourself and appreciation for your life. appreciation for our bodies, and a celebration of this time in this life in our bodies. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to put my hands in here and just get messy with it. This is important, guys. You can't really just stir this up. You got to get in here and get the honey right into the goodness. So, because we all have to cook and we all have to, find new ways, I think that the recipe itself is pretty much about the recipe of life. And I connect the dots there, which is that, when we're celebrating our existence and, our life, in gratitude for our life, sharing food and making food from scratch yourself is just that. It's really a meditation on, on love. Really, it's all about love for yourself, love for the life, love for this time. So what I like the most about holidays, because there's just so much to unpack about having the holiday season in 2020. It just seems so not exciting, right? Well, you can make things for your friends and family. You can still mail cookies in the mail, which I do every year. I know it's corny, but it's what I do. I mail this granola in the mail in boxes. You can drop things off on people's doorsteps. You can bake a pie. And I have some friends who hate baking and don't like cooking. And I feel like, this is a time to challenge yourself and face it, babes. We all got to learn to cook. That's the reality. So, granola from a store, you may have gotten used to it. And it seems yummy to you. But nothing is delicious if it's not homemade. It's just a taste, just a tiny little taste, just a itty bitty taste of it. Can't you give me a taste of it? So every year I put my hands and my love right into this mix. And then there's a way that you must roast this and toss this and jar it. There's a lot of particular science involved in making this granola recipe, which this granola recipe was given to my mother by a friend of hers when I was a baby, or maybe before I was born. And she was making it for me and for us when I was young. So we were back to landers living out in the wilderness in the Humboldt area and also Trinity area. And she had to make everything from scratch. And when she had an oven, she did this. When we lived in a tent, she did not do this. But I remember this granola from my childhood, but it's actually really made its deepest memory when I changed up the recipe, made it my own, and started producing it in the 90s in New York. And I've been making it ever since. So it's just part of my being, this granola. And we're starting the holidays early, guys. We're starting them early. And I don't know. There's no song requests other than Elvis. Oh, are we still on Elvis, Erica? There's no other song requests. So what could I sing? Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love. I'm looking at with you. Some more Elvis. There's so much. As the river flows gently to the sea, surely so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand. Take my whole life too. Oh, I can't help falling gosh, this is looking really good. Okay, there's been times when I put cinnamon. I'm just getting it everywhere now. I put cinnamon, orange rind in here to make it kind of like holiday spiced. But I'm just going with a traditional flavor tonight, which is that vanilla and salt. And it's looking like it's ready to go. Oh, you just want to make sure the honey is in all of it. Just that it's just in all of it. Because we're going to pack it down and we're going to honey it again. God, I'm getting it everywhere. It's really a mess. And then we're going to pack it down again, if you know what I mean. And it takes about 35-40 minutes to roast this. So I'm just going to show you a couple steps of it because I don't have one made in advance, which is it's because, we don't have one in advance, Kerbal. Oh, what happened to my pro Food Network stylings? Okay, this is looking so good and messy and great. Is there anybody who wants to have a taste? Would anyone like to have a taste? Would you like to have a lick? Right? Joyful, hello. Joyful Raven, hello. Would you like to have a taste? I'm making Humboldt Heather's granola tonight. You wonder why I'm Humboldt Heather? It's because of this granola. I know it's weird. Talk about yourself in the third person, but it's because of this granola. I'm just saying. It's a thing. It's a thing. All right, so it's time to put it in a pan, and there's Joyful on the other one. Hello, darling. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. We're about to put this granola in a pan. We're making Hippie Crack tonight. We're making Seed Bar in a jar. We're making Caramel Delight, darling. And I wonder if I'd get more viewers if I made it without this skirt on. Perhaps. I'm always wondering, what can we do, guys? I'm looking for your just a little taste of it. Right, exactly. Aaron. Just a little taste. Just a little taste of my Okay, that was pure genius. It's hard for me to recreate that kind of genius here, just El Solo. But I have to say, in terms of just a little taste, look at this. Just a little taste of my original. This is the OG. Okay, but before I put this in the pan, it's just so messy. I think I should wash my hands. What do you think about that? Okay. Are you giving me? Okay, fine. Just in time. Yes, washing hands, ladies and gentlemen, washing hands. Oh. It's okay. Feels good. Feels good. Yeah. It feels good. Yeah. Aaron, it's so hard without you. It's just a thing. I'm coming up with I'm trying to think of songs that I can sing that will be okay. Without my partner in crime here. If anybody has any requests, just touching the screen. Songs relative to the times. I got nothing here. I don't know. All right, I'm going to put these on the pans. We're going to put these in the oven to roast. Couple sheet trays. This recipe makes 3 sheet trays full, which is actually 9 32-ounce mason jars. Just so you know, because I have some experience here, but a little tiny bit of experience. Oh God, this thing is about to come off the binder. It's 8 holes away from coming off of the binder. That is so crazy. I don't want to lose it. I wrote this down at 23 or something. I'm just gonna close it up. Historical. All right, so we're gonna. You do not put your raisins and coconut or your dried cherries and coconut in until the last 15 minutes of roasting. And you have to put the coconut and the raisins in. It's just essential, guys. You could substitute raisins for cranberries, for cherries. You could substitute, could you substitute the coconut? No, don't substitute the coconut, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so this goes in the pan. And some things you just can't sub out. You just need the coconut in here. It's just too good for words. So I'm just putting this in. you don't want to have like any space in the pan. It needs to fill up the entire pan, and it needs to go to the edges. And we want it to be, I'm just saying, like pretty level at the same level, because we're gonna toss it, darlings. We're gonna toss it. My monitor went dark there. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. It is? Okay, good. All right. And many of you are wondering, what are the children doing as you're filming your show? What do they do? Is that what you guys are wondering? Well, they're usually watching a movie, eating ice cream. And there's no school tomorrow, so we're going late. We're doing it late. And because we don't have to be on time, because it's just me, little old me. And yeah, we really just have no time frame on this. It seems like we have all the time in the world, and we can just slow down. You move too fast. Remember when we did that one? You have to make the moments last, just kicking down the cobblestones, making some goodness and feeling groovy, groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. I don't even know if that's how it goes. Gosh, it's been quite a while since I've listened to a little Simon and Garfunkel, I must say. But yeah, we're got no place to go to, no promises to keep. It's true. Considering that we just canceled Thanksgiving, I mean, really. Yeah, this is going to be an easy peasy holiday. And I wonder if you guys would like to get some updates on our Thanksgiving on Thursday, some video, some pictures of what I'm making here, because I'll be making the whole shebangle. If you guys want to see what I'm up to on Thursday, please let me know. I'm waiting for you to give me a comment in my comment section. Just pop it in. Just put it in. Just let me know. Just let me know what you want, guys. I'm here for you. You know, when I even debate about not doing the show, I realize that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. For history's sake, let's just keep it going, because this is our love and our meditation of how we feel like we're putting something good into the world, a little some kind of extra to the recipe of life. Now these guys are ready to go in the oven. Oh, there's gonna be sticky stuff all over the floor. Oh, and they'll be mopping. They'll be mopping. We're gonna get a bucket and a mop. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what I'm talking about. So the oven is set at 350 degrees, or you could set it at 325 because we're roasting these little cute little nuts, little honey, little Kermits, as you called them, Aaron, in the oven. And they look a little something like this, and they look a little something like this, and like that, and like this, and it's like this, and like that, and like this, and it's like this, it's like that, it's like this, and like that, and like this. Okay, so I'm putting them in, and we're gonna put a timer on these babies, and it's a lot of work. You gotta go in and out and in and out. We're gonna put them on 15 minutes right now. Okay. Now that we have those in there for 15 minutes, and I have a whole other tray here. It's looking so gorgeous. We're gonna put together the fruit and coconut, which you put in the last 15 minutes of roasting. And I don't know, unless I get some requests, if we're going to be roasting till late here, guys, because I want to tell you that this roasts for about 45 minutes. And, you know, you don't put your coconut and your raisins in till the end. But we're going to get that set up for you in advance so you can see what it looks like. And also, I'm willing to share this recipe for anybody who would like it, as well as send you a jar. And I'll let you know how that could be possible, because I want to spread the love. And I usually only send out 10 jars, but I'm willing to send out, 100 jars this holiday. 100 jars, ladies and gentlemen, 100 jars. So, I don't know if you know, but I've been missing you so. If I could only see your face, I can't seem to replace. Now, we need to have coconut. These are large flakes, and then this is your like regular like small flake coconut. This is going to bond with the honey and the stickiness to everything, and it's going to make clumps, and we love clumping. And this is going to stand out and be flaky, 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 toasty, toasty, toasty. So I want both, okay? And I've learned this over the years. And my recipe originally called for less, but I've learned to do more. So, because I want more and then some. You know how I love that stuff. All from now till doomsday. But I'll never get enough. That's right, of this granola. I'll never get enough of this granola. So I put 1 cup of the flaky, flaky, flaky granola. That's going to bind it all together and make it delicious. And I'm going to put 1 cup, just 1 cup more, 1 cup of the flaky flake stuff, which is nice because, guys, it toasts up so delicious. Like, these are the big flakes, right? Put that in there, too. If you don't love coconut, I understand. I do. It's a weird thing, but okay. I accept you. I don't know what you would put in exchange. I guess you could omit the coconut. And we're going to do 2 cups of raisins. If I had my way, I would do 1 cup of raisins and 1 cup of dried cherries. And I didn't get the dried cherries. They were more money. So I got the raisins because they were a little more affordable, if you know what I mean, right? So I got the raisins. Raisins doesn't really rhyme with anything. I got the raisins and I got the coconut. What? Moist. I don't know if we can go back to moist without the fellas, babe. That was a really fun freestyle. So I keep this on the side because every 15 minutes, well, I'm going to show you what I do when this dings. But I toss it and then I pack it back down. It is going to go 15 minutes, and then I'll put it back in for 15, and it'll roast again. On the 3rd time is when I will put in the coconut and raisins, and I will toss it, mix it in the pan while it's in the oven, which I'll show you, and then toast it. And then you let it dry and harden in the pans before you break it up into big clumps. And that's a key, guys. That's a key. I feel like I wish I had one halfway done so I could show you the clumping method, because it's really all about how to make the chunks. You don't want some kind of seedy granola. Oh, there's something happening back here. Excitement live. I think there's some kind of magical assistant moving around back here. It's cute. I don't know what's happening. Oh, he's putting up the Just Had Heather show sign. Yes. Okay, that needs to happen. I'm going to step aside. Perfect. You know, you can't see it on the camera because of that light back there, though. Just FYI. If we turn off the light, you could really see it. And since Kerbal's not here, there's no reason to see back there. It's like, what's back there? And I still don't see if anyone's watching. I don't see anybody's requests. Erica, are you still with me? I'm all sticky. I'm all gooey. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, I'll be right back. I can't stand the rain on my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain on my window, bringing back sweet memories. Wow, it is really messy down here. All right, so that is toasting up. And I really should have sent the message out to a lot of friends who love this granola tonight to let them know it was going down live. I do have 9 jars over there. Of course, the big one's for my dad. And then one for Kerbal. And also, there'll be one for Mr. Rob Reich. There'll be one for Mr. Yair Evman. There'll be one for Mr. Daniel Fabricant. For the guys who have regularly... Steve Soto wants a jar. Oh, my gosh. Where's Steve Soto? Is he on the Insta? Hi. Okay, so do you have a memory with this granola? Do you remember me making this? I wonder if you ever tried it. I wonder if you ever had a jar. I feel like you might have, because we were really hanging out right about that time. And, yeah, that's when I started producing it in, like, 96. I feel like it was 96. Guys, can you give me a song request from 1996? Is there anybody out there who's got something for me from 1996? I really remember that year. It was a freaking phenomenal year. And, you know, all the songs that I know from 96, because I just live in hip-hop and R&B land. I need Kerbal, my co-host, for us. So just give me another song from 96, guys. Can you think of something? 96 to infinity? Is that what you're going to say over there? 93 to infinity. I wish I knew the songs. I don't know that. Who just said Gravity? That's a really good one. Gosh, I wish I could remember the words to it, though. And if I could just play it. Oh, a magical assistant is going to start whistling it to me now. And I love it when he sings. Ba ba da da, the best of me. I don't want to wing it. I want to know it. Trouble, oh, trouble set me free. I have seen your face. And is that going to do? Can we do a little Cat Stevens instead of John Mayer? I mean, could we? I've seen your eyes, and I can see death's disguise. Hopefully not hanging on me, hanging on me. I'll beat and torn, shattered and tossed and worn, too shocking to see, too shocking to see. I couldn't come up with Gravity, but I got a little Cat Stevens. And who requested Waterfall? Kerbal? Joyful? But I don't know the verse. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Hey! And if Aaron was here, he would freestyle right now, and he'd probably know the words. I'm ready to tip back onto that because, you know, TLC is my absolute number one. Right now, if we were going to go TLC, God, I wish Aaron was here. I want to say that my song for TLC would be like, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Can you pay? I don't know, but do for you. And actually, I freaking do know the words to that song. I'm not going to go deeper into it, but bills. Wait, that's not TLC. Sorry. That's Destiny's Child. Oh, so different. Okay, I go back and forth between TLC and Destiny's Child all day. And yeah, definitely not TLC. Maybe now's a good time for an impromptu jam. Although we are going to hit that 4-minute mark, I'm going to toss this granola up for you so you can see how to pack it down and toss it, caramelize it, put it back in the pan and in the oven, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is a process, just like everything in life. It's just a process. And we are right in the middle of the process. So don't get impatient. Remember that it's just roasting up. And you check your timer because we're in for this thing for a lot longer, baby. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I think we're in it till like next spring, maybe. Yeah, it'll be like a full year at Just Ed Heather before we're coming out of this deal. And we've already gone an hour. Is that insane? I'm so pleased that I'm able to still pull it off tonight, in all honesty, for whoever happens to be tuning in right now in this late, late hour. I want to reflect on what I have gratitude for and what I am absolutely grateful for as we're rolling towards Thanksgiving. And, our biggest food holiday of the year, where we come together with family. And this year we are not coming together with family. So we can just turn this into a holiday of gratitude where we resonate deeply on the things that we're grateful for at this time. And though there are many things to point to that are not awesome, there's still more things that we can be grateful for. And I got so much gratitude. I mean, it's just spilling over. It's just coming out of me. I'm grateful for my opportunities in this life. I'm going to say one. Opportunities that I have had, and opportunities. Are they all watching? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. When special assistant, he's magical. And he gives me a whiteboard with things on it. I think I have to stop talking because I don't know if those people are watching. Okay, they're not. Back to what I'm grateful for. I'm going to close my eyes maybe because you're giving me a sign. Unless it's a sign. I mean, a sign. Give me a sign. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I have been so lucky to have in this life pre-COVID. And also incredibly grateful for my opportunities after COVID, which would be the opportunity to share my heart with you. And every week that I feel like maybe it matters. And whether it does or doesn't, it matters to us. So I'm grateful to that. I'm grateful to all my wonderful friends who have come here to celebrate and to put out their incredible art and share it with everyone, because this is a time of sharing and lifting everybody up. I'm grateful to my dear friends that have helped me, namely my partner and co-host on the show. I'm going to say Mr. Aaron Kerbel. Grateful for you. Of course. I'm looking at the timer. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the timer, and I'm looking at you. I'm grateful for, of course, my producer and director and partner in life, Mr. Graham Teal, who loves the show more than anything and loves producing the show more than anything. And it is our big love shout out to all of you. I'm also grateful for the people who keep telling me to keep doing it. Hello, Kippy. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Juliano. Hello, my tight group, Erica, that continually encourage me to just go for it, Like tonight, maybe just like late, not on time, don't have the stuff, and don't have a band, and don't have Aaron, and don't have all the things. I'm just, do it anyway. Thank you, Graham, for the prompt. Aaron's laughing. If he's watching, he's laughing. Do it anyway is that we're not concerned about the outcome, guys. I mean, we want it, but we're doing it anyway. We're more about just putting out the energy. And that's my timer. All right, so I'm going to check the oven. Dun, 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 dun. I don't feel like we have Kenzo with us tonight, which is weird. It's weird. It's weird to not have Kenzo. I don't even know if we have Servi. I don't know who's watching, but I do know this timer. Bing. So you're going to want to take your pan. Where's my spatula? I do have one right here. A good spatula to use would not be a plastic one, but like a stainless steel metal one. This is a barbecue spatula. It's perfect for this. Perfect. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Can you pay my telephone bills? Okay, sorry, I get a little carried away. Now tossing this, you should be doing this in the oven, not here like I'm doing it. This is kind of a ridiculous way to do it. I'm gonna try it. This is a ridiculous way to do it. I hope it works. Hey, hey, whoa, hey. Oh, God, we're going to have to vacuum tonight. You should do this with the oven open, or I used to stand in front of the deck ovens and do this. And you just need to toss it because it needs to mix before you pat it down and make it for its final caramelization where it's going to harden up. So I just gave it a toss. I just gave it a little toss. I gave it a little love right here. And I can see everything's melting nicely. The honey is getting hot, and I'm just packing it down. Okay, guys? I know. For those of you who are taking notes at home, because this is $1 million recipe, more than $1 million recipe, this is the recipe. By the way, this is the recipe. And so then we're going to do that on top, because it's good to switch your sheet trays. Make sure somebody gets on top, you know. You don't always want to be the one on top, you know what I'm saying? So you got to switch it up. Sometimes you got to go on the bottom. Sometimes you got to go on the top, you know what I mean? And hi. So we're tossing it, and it should be in the oven because it's going to go all over the floor this way. God, this is the messiest way to do it. And so I'm just smashing seeds into the ground with my heels. I wish we could play some music, babe. Can we? No, you can't really. We should have thought of that, because I could dance. I mean, if we could play some music, I could dance to it at the same time. And that would be extra. Okay, so we're packing it down. God, it's looking good. It's toasting good. And this is just caramel candy seed bar deliciousness. I mean, seed bar doesn't really sound delicious. It doesn't sound good, but it's so good. Okay, so this is packed in here. I'm putting it back in. It goes in for 15 minutes. When I take it out the second time, we toss it again. We put it back in for 15 minutes. On the third 15 minutes, we put in our coconut and raisins. All right, so that's in. And, oh, man, didn't we have the final recipe already done, baby? All right, well, it's at 350, so it's going fast. It should be at 325. And I like to make my third pan a little spicy. You know, you can put like coconut, cloves, dried cherries. You can make this like a seasonal one where you kind of holiday it out. You could change it up if you want to. But the basic recipe is the basic recipe. All right. So now that we've done that, I do think it's time to have a little bit of a little guitar jam, because I noticed that the hour is getting late. And I want to show you the final product, and I'll take a picture of it, put it on the Facebook tomorrow, and I will put the deets on how to get some of this granola if you would like to actually have some, because I will be producing it. Other than these 9 jars that are already spoken for to my fellas. Fellas, these are your jars. Other than these jars, I am willing to bake this every day and send it out. So I will leave the details on how to get it, if you want to get it, in case you want to get it. Never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Okay, so it's time, and it just looks like I've got one person watching. Uno. But that's okay. That's okay. Because we can roll from, you know, the high-profile culinary cabaret to the baking with beets with Mr. Kerbal. Oh, Kerbal. And to just me in the quiet kitchen, just doing it. And doing it well, doing it well. I hear the playback over there. It's really... And I don't know what you guys are feeling out there, but I'd love to sing to it. Who said LL? I did. I remember when I used to make this granola of sounds kind of twangy because the D string is a different kind of string. It's so funny. Oh, 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 how I wish I could know. I don't want to, flip the story to the end and read the end of this story. I'll just be here to find out as it goes on. And speaking of your story, oh, what a story. That sounds kind of crazy tonight, a little twangy. I remember you and all of the things that we used to do. Yeah, just like it was yesterday, I go back and find a way to remember. I remember you. We've been working all week steadily on editing and putting together the finer parts, my favorite parts of the Spencer Day show, which happened. It's crazy, I would have never imagined in a million years that I could have one of my favorite singers and songwriters here on the show. I'm like, who the heck am I anyway? I'm just some mom in the burbs who can sing and cook. Who would have ever imagined that I could put together something like this? Well, not me. I'm just looking back and grinning. I put together this reel and we posted it today to the Facebook of our YouTube compilation, and I feel, sometimes I feel not worthy, like, God, I can't believe it. But I live in gratitude for the opportunity. Because no matter what happens and where we go, nobody knows. But I'm grateful that I could have my time to shine and be. Just be me and be. Just be me. And I wonder if you guys are embracing some of the silver linings to this. Even though most of us are really just trying to survive. And I think about that all the time. My blessings and my situation. Just grateful to be. La da 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 da. Well, I remember way back when we used to be friends. I remember when I was sent you this granola in the mail. I'm thinking about somebody in particular. And I wish that I could send you some this year. Maybe I will. Maybe I just will. Ooh, I can smell it now. We got a lot to think about this holiday season. Don't let anything go because of some weak-ass reason. Oh, for what counts and large amounts we're just in it all together, guys. We're in it all together. So toast it up your best recipe. You know that you can count on me. I let myself go so easily. Now, because we don't have, I want to think of, ways to look on the bright side all the time. Because what I've learned in all of my years and continuously is that where you are right now is just a place where you are right now. Don't let the story own you, right, Joyful? Just right now. And I've learned from the past that we just have to just believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do, but I feel like my stuff is looking really toasty here, and that maybe I should just give it a toss. Give it a toss before we go and call it a day. Do it anyway. Hey, we just do it anyway. Despite the climate of today, we'll share our hearts in every way. And I feel like I'm smelling it, and it's smelling so toasty and so caramely and so good. So toasty, so caramel, so good. I gotta check it. And it's like an hour goes by in a blink of an eye. I don't have any idea how I can talk for a whole hour, guys. I have no idea. And Servia, I was expecting to do Depeche Mode for you. You must get up at 6 a.m. or something. I'm going to just check on our toasty granola. There's still only one person watching on Facebook. It's unbelievable. I don't even know. It could be us. It could be just us. Okay? This is what it looks like when it's so crazy toasty. This is looking so toasty. I got to watch this. If you over toast it, it's a thing. It's still good though. Still good. So I'm just going to this is the last 15 minutes. I'm going to, toss it one more time. One more time. I'm going to toss it. And then I'm going to just, will it sit right there? That would be really great. And then put the fruit in it. And I'll just post a picture of the glorious granola for those of you who are dying to see the final product. Whoop! Because oh my God, it's everywhere. Okay, it's everywhere. We're gonna bucket and a mop. And sorry, that's my favorite line. I just have to keep doing it. It is looking so freaking perfect right now. I wish you guys could smell this. And I mean, what am I, Betty freaking Crocker over here? Who the hell in Hobby Land and Hobby Land has time to bake everything from scratch? Well, I guess we have time because there's a large amount of us that cannot get a job, can't get a job, and there's just no freaking jobs. Thank you. So we'll put this right back. And it's going in. This is our last round, ladies and gentlemen, because I have just got to, make sure the kids are asleep. I think they are. And so this is our last round of tossing it. The next time I open the oven, and I'm going to watch it in like 10 minutes. Oh, I can already tell it's getting a little browned on the bottom. That's when we put in the coconut and raisins. You toss it, do the same thing, and then put it back in the oven, and it goes for 10 to 15. But watch it. Keep it on 325. I have it at 350. That's hot. That's too hot. And it's just because I'm a professional. So put it in. Put it in. Put it in. And just watch it. And then when you're done and it comes out and it's finished after that 15 minutes, you pack it down with the raisins and coconut. Pack it down, 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 down. Then let it cool on the tray for at least an hour. And when you take it up, make sure you be careful. You want to keep it in chunks. Put it in the jar in chunks. It's all about the chunks. Thank you. And so we're pretty about that. And now we're watching it. It's looking so good. Okay, timer. And bake. And good. Yes, I know I've been going forever. Okay. And I know I've been going forever. So, boom, boom. Timer, 10 minutes. No. Oh my God, that was not right. Timer, 10 minutes. Boom. I think that's great. I see your sign. I wish I knew her. I know it's time. We've done the recipe. It's so late. For those of you who've stayed up with me tonight, and for those of you who may watch some of this tomorrow morning, thank you for joining us this evening for the OG original Humboldt Heather. It's so weird talking about myself in the third person, but really, the original recipe. And just know that I'm going to give deets on how I can send this out to you, anybody who wants it. I feel so grateful to be able to be here with you. And again, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on the Just Add Heather Show. Da, 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 da. You said finish the game. What's finish the game? What's the game? What's the game? Okay. He sends me messages on a whiteboard, and I don't know what he's talking about. He said the game, and I'm not sure. Is there a game tonight? No. Okay, so you said finish the show. Finish the show. Stir it up. Okay, thank you very much. Guys, I get a little long-winded. Thank you so much for being with me tonight in this very personal story hour show for my original granola recipe. I hope you're all feeling safe and the love coming straight through my little cosmic channel to you. And we'll see you again next Sunday. Until then, darling, you send me. You know you send me. Oh, you thrill me. Honest you do. Honest you do. Oh, first I thought it was infatuation, but then it lasted so long. I found myself wanting to marry, I think, and take you home. Oh, you thrill me. I mean, you thrill me. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You thrill me. Honest you do. Honest you do. True life. Kitchen Jams. Late night. On the late night.